Okay, hi everyone. So it's SmithyQ from SmithyQ.com, and it's been a couple of months, and the world has changed. But hey, back with another video analysis. This is just going to be a quick one. I would like to actually, um, just give a quick update on basically what my life has been like. Do that very quickly, and then also a general idea for what I would like to do throughout the summer, in terms of actually making chess content, because it's been a little bit. Um, so what I would like to do is I want to basically, they say that you learn from your losses much more than you win. And what I want to do is I want to look back at my games and some of my most, if you will, inspirational losses. The losses where I really learned something and they ended up making me a better player. That was the idea, at least. Then I went back and I looked through a whole bunch of my games, my earliest games, and it's kind of appalling. So I'm not sure if this is perhaps my most important loss, but well, I'm just gonna share with you here. So I was white. It's the Gogh Game. The opening doesn't really matter. Here we go. Developing normally, okay, with my 9H3, but whatever. So this is 2001. I'm much younger. Uh, I'm rated just over 1500 apparently. So, I wasn't doing terrible. And then here we go. Black plays knight g4. I look at that. I say, okay. I play knight f4. And then, well, he takes my knight. Take. And I just lost a piece. And then I even self-destructed even more. I actually played e4 and then take before I actually resigned. So why is this my most important loss, if you will? Because, I mean, isn't this just like a one-move tactic? He played knight f4, and that means there's two pieces attacking this guy, only one's defending it, and then I missed it. So what's so special about this? What's special is that I've got about a billion games that are like this. You could look at this game, right, around the same time period in which I just completely go insane. Where I play knight e4, I lose a pawn, then I lose another pawn, and then if you just zoom forward a little bit, I move my bishop, and then I fall to an elementary fork. All of these are one-move tactics. There's nothing special. How about this one? Oh, frick, this one's terrible. Oh, God. So, I take his bishop, he recaptures, and so I castle. And then he obviously just wins a free bishop. Like, I've loaded so many, like, there's so many examples like this, just as me as white, never mind as black, in which I'm falling for one-move tactics over and over and over again. Somehow I'm still 1500, despite the fact that I'm losing pieces. And also, this is correspondence chess. Like, this isn't blitz, this isn't bullet. In theory, I had an infinite amount of time to study these positions, and I did absolutely nothing. And I'm pretty sure, if we go back, nope, not this one. Oh, where is it? I'm pretty sure it's this game where I lost the knight and then the whole game fell apart, right? In which I finally said, that's enough. And that I basically refuse to hang pieces anymore. I don't know for sure if it's this game, because, hey, there's a lot of games before I blundered. But I've noticed that my losses, sort of roughly after this period, they take longer, right? So I'm not just losing a piece on move, 10. I'm being outplayed more in the middle and then the end game. And so I think it was around here in which I finally just said, enough's enough. I got to do something about that. And what did I do? Well, I did two things. One, again, it's correspondence chess, and so I just made sure I double, triple checked that every move was safe. And really, what I did, and it's going to be a little bit mind-numbing, but this is especially true for those of you who are more beginner, intermediate out there, those of you that still suffer from this, when you just completely miss a threat. It's not even miscalculation, it's just pure blindness. Because I will say that I improved a heck of a lot, and I enjoy chess so much more once I stop, losing to these one-move tactics. Not even tactics, but blindness. And so what I did, so again, for both sides, whenever I was reviewing a game, whenever there was a move I would take a look and I would say, okay, so white played d4, so now he's controlling this bishop can come here, and the queen can come there. Okay. Now black plays knight f6, so now he can go here, 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 so he's controlling those squares. Okay, now white goes here, so now he controls here and here, and the queen can maybe come out over here. Black plays c5. Okay, so c5, it's attacking this. It's also controlling this square, and it's letting the queen come here. And, ooh, that's a check. And so this is kind of mind-numbing. And you can imagine how, like, you're going, oh, okay, so d5, it now controls, etc., etc. But if you do that for 2 games, 3 games, 5 games, it starts becoming a habit. And then you don't need to be so obsessive about this looking every single time. And it's going to make it, again, once it becomes a habit, then you're far less likely to just make those elementary blunders. Now, it's not fun. This is like, it's kind of like learning your times tables back when you're in school, right? 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6. You just do that over and over again. It's not fun, but then you know it, and then you don't have to do it anymore, right? And then your math, right? If you remember anything about math, you can just do it so much faster. It's the same thing here, is that by going through basically drills like this, where every single move, what happens. And this is actually really important for me personally, because I noticed if we go back here, so when the knight moved, it was this discovery onto the knight, right? So the knight itself isn't actually attacking anything, but the bishop is, and the queen. And I missed so many of these. This was just completely blind to me. And so for me in particular, okay, so the knight moves here, and so what's different in this position? Whoops. How do I delete the arrows? There we go. So the knight can go here and here, or here, here, and here, and here. Okay, and then the knight moved. Oh, that means the bishop can come here. Oh, and the queen's coming here. And so, oh, this guy's, right? And so it's that type of thought process. And again, it takes a long time, and no, it's not fun. But, do it for a week. Do it for 2 weeks. Do it for however long it takes. Going through every game and asking yourself, every time someone makes a move, okay, what's changed in the position? What can they attack? And then once it becomes a habit, you start dropping a lot less material. And especially in this ELO, so this is around the 14, 15, 1600, it's amazing how many games are decided just by the simple 1-2 move tactics. And if you stop making those mistakes, well, your opponents, they're still going to do it, and then you improve so much. And I'm fairly certain I went from 1500 to almost 1700, almost just by learning to not drop material all the time. So that's why I had to put this one first, because pretty much for the first 2 years of my recorded games, my games are decided by blunders. Like, they still are decided by blunders, but completely unforced, unnecessary blunders. And now going forward, I would like to then actually go into some perhaps more interesting games in which I still lose, but which teach me more than just always double check that your move is safe. So that's that. Okay? And so if you're at all interested in that, you can look forward to that. I'll try and make one a week, but no promises because, life's a little bit funny. So that's the end of the chess content. You can, just turn that off if you want. Thanks for watching. If you actually care about me, I'll just give you the quick, 60-second update. Is that the good news? A, I'm still alive. It's funny, but it's a pandemic, and I have, when I was very young, I had operation, and it's left scar tissue in my lungs, or it did. I was told I always had to be extremely careful, when it comes to the lungs and respiratory, and then there's a pandemic that's specifically targeting the respiratory system. So that's that was a little bit scary. But hey, we're all alive. Family's all great, so everything is doing okay. I guess I didn't graduate, but I managed to finish first year law school, even during a pandemic, and things are okay, and life goes on. So I'm hoping throughout the summer, I'll be able to A, study some chess, and B, again, really dig into some of my losses and explain why what I learned from them. Because okay, this is my chess channel, and I show a lot of my favorite games and my best games, but, a little bit of humility is nice as well. And again, all these best games are great. Woohoo! Pat yourself on the back. But the real meat came from many of these losses that I'm hoping to share in the next little bit. So if you're at all interested, that's what's going forward. Otherwise, I'm going to cut that off at 10 minutes. So thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for listening, and stay safe out there. Bye for now.